left are. Let's go to another great thing of one of the tweets. To censoring, to the great censoring. Sean King, absolute lunatic. I am told this morning that Apple and Google will remove Twitter from the App Store if it does not moderate and remove hate speech under Elon Musk. This isn't a new policy, but a commitment already made. Amazon Web Services has the same commitment, so there's that. Great! So, we're just gonna, silence everything now. Destroy Twitter. Great. See how we see how like these big corporations are the huge problem here, and how we need to step in line and stop this crap, because this is stuff that I'm trying to give you guys. All this garbage here that we're seeing needs to be stopped, and it starts at us fighting back. Now, let's go to here. To the great outdoors of the biology teacher demands inclusivity, declares not everyone who produces eggs is a woman. Okay. Well, first off, maniac, you're wrong. Anyone who produces eggs is a woman. They are biologically designed to do that. A man cannot give birth. He does not have the reproductive organs to do so. So therefore, you're wrong. I'm going to throw something out there. Those who cannot do, teach. Those who cannot teach, indoctrinate. And that's what leftist teachers are out to do these days. There's nothing about the statement, not everyone who produces eggs is a woman, that is remotely connected to biological reality. But it's exactly the kind of nonsensical drivel with which his high school biology teacher is trying to fill his students' heads. I say his because I'm unsure. Yes, as you probably guessed, the teacher identifies as trans. Not surprised. Let's listen to this great debacle, shall we?
Our classroom, we need to be a stickler for inclusive language in any conversation, and especially in the content that we teach. I'd like to give some examples from my content, which is science. I've mostly taught biology, and when we're teaching about life and living things, we need to be clear that we're including all living things, including all people in that. So I want to offer one resource that I'm going to drop in the chat from my website. So me and two other trans-identified high school teachers put together a language guide. Our site is called genderinclusivebiology.com. And some things that we come up on a lot are, for teaching about cell division or reproduction, a lot of textbooks, a lot of existing teaching will say, well, women produce eggs. Males are more likely to be colorblind. The mother carries the fetus for this many months. And some ways that we can show our support for trans and non-binary students are just to clean up that language, be more precise. We can be more accurate and be more inclusive. So I would say, no, it's not women that produce eggs, it's ovaries that produce eggs. That's accurate, that's precise. We're acknowledging that not all women produce eggs, and also not all egg producers are women, for example. And we're teaching students that language matters. We're not just talking about imaginary people and living things, that our language impinges on the people in our classroom and in our community.
Your biology and your stuff that you're teaching is wrong. All women, again, do produce eggs, and women have ovaries. So therefore, by automatic design, if you are not a woman, you do not have ovaries, and you will not be able to produce eggs. So therefore, if you are a woman, you automatically have ovaries, and you automatically end up producing eggs. So it goes hand in hand. Alright? And notice how they want to change the language to where it's more suitable for them. And asinine. He should be fired. He is not qualified to teach biology at all. Our site is called Gender Exclusive Biology and all that great stuff. So, again, these people are insane. This person is also insane for thinking this. Because I guarantee you right now that if you got pregnant, it would be because you're a woman, not because you're a man. Asinine. Absolutely asinine. Now, we will go to the next report. That is great and fantastic. Senator Hawley calls for Twitter censorship audit. The junior senator from Missouri wants to bring transparency to social media. Congratulations on your acquisition of Twitter, Senator Josh Hawley said in a letter to Musk released Wednesday. Your commitment to free speech is rare in the world of social media, and I'm hopeful you will indeed help Twitter become a platform that values and protects it. He then explained that Twitter has repeatedly done inquiries into their moderation policies, viewpoint discrimination, suppression of content, and cybersecurity, suggesting that Musk will have an opportunity to change his pattern of behavior once he is in charge. We will check the letter here. Congratulations on your acquisition of Twitter. Your commitment to free speech is rare in the world of social media. I am hopeful you will indeed help Twitter become a platform that values and protects it. There's a certainty of a lot of work to be done. Twitter has largely evaded public accountability over the past several years since I've been in the Senate. I've sent a number of oversight inquiries to the company. These letters cover subjects as diverse as content moderation policies, viewpoints discrimination, suppression of content, and Twitter's own security. Twitter, not surprisingly, has effectively ignored these requests. Perhaps, most importantly, all the way back in 2019, I sent a letter to Twitter urging the company to conduct a third-party audit and release the results of to the public in full. Now you have the chance to make that kind of audit a reality. In recent years, Twitter has intervened in American discourse with increasingly heavy hand, attempting to shape the information environment for overly partisan reasons. Algorithms didn't make those calls; employees did. And at this point, the American people deserve to know the truth about what went on at Twitter for years behind closed doors. Some particularly silent questions to investigate in the audit include the following: who was responsible for deliberately suppressing the New York Post, now vindicated reporting on Hunter Biden's laptop and business dealings? How many Twitter users have had their accounts suspended and why? How many Twitter users have been shadow banned and why? Do Twitter's shadow banning and suspicion patterns evince a consistent political bias? Have Twitter employees, since news of your acquisition of the platform became public, made changes to the platform or deleted records of their time at the service? A public audit like this will prove essential as you start to rebuild a culture of free speech and open discourse at Twitter to determining where exactly things went wrong on the platform and who is principally responsible. No doubt the results will be illuminating for all of us. Disclosures on the subject tell a slightly different story. In some cases, their blog explains a user's tweet might not appear in their followers' feeds, search results, or replies. Twitter argues that this isn't a form of shadow banning since the users are free to directly view those tweets on the author's profile. Hawley said the American people deserve to know the truth about what went on Twitter and has requested information on any shadow banning efforts. In addition to aggregate data concerning how Twitter shadow bans and suspends users, Hawley would like to know about the individual within the company that made critical decisions, who was responsible. His letter asked for deliberately suppressing the New York Post, now vindicated reporting on Hunter Biden's laptop and business dealings. He would also like any information regarding changes made by Twitter employees following the news of his takeover and whether they had deleted any records. Yeah. I think it's a good step. I think if we can get the audit and understanding why all these reasons, that will make Twitter a lot better place so we can better it be monitored and be safe and be able to make the specific site a lot better. I think Hawley is onto something here. I think this is a good thing to do. You guys can obviously leave comments down in the description. Leave the comments if you agree this is correct or not. thanks for watching this clip from my podcast that I make every day, Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock p.m. PST to all the way to 5 o'clock p.m. PST. If you like what you see, please subscribe, like, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.